Good morning, YouTube. I'm Yasmin. I'm host for TALKNTALK. That is a platform that we practice languages by conversations in the language that we are practicing for. Today we will talk about for real or biological programming. Are we really in control? And we have some questions to talk about it, but isn't restrict about the order or to follow all the questions. So it's just to guide us. And I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to teach nothing or correct anybody. I'm here just to make it conversation easier and to learn together with the guys. So I think we can start. Daphne, the first question. Do you believe you are 100% in control of your daily decisions? Daphne, could you hear us?
Yes, sorry. No, I don't believe I am in control of my life, for example, or my daily decisions, because many things is uncertain in our life, like a weather, about other decisions. I can't control others. Um, Even though the weather, the traffics, but I can control my decisions, my emotions, my problems, and I have focus what I can control, and that's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't control everything. So if we just think in the things that we can't control, we will get crazy, I think. So, Iago, and for you.
Uh, I agree with Tainá. I don't believe that I have 100% control in my daily decisions because I can I can't control the traffic, the weather, the the people, but my decisions, my emotionals, my I don't know, my action, I can control. So that's it. Good question.
Yeah, really complex one. Marcelo, and for you.
Well, sometimes we can control, but the question is about your will and your actions, and I think we are able to control them. But we cannot control the outside aspects of our lives. What depends on other people, what depends uh, on climate, on the weather, on other people's decisions. And the government is something that nowadays we can be aware of that because it can change a lot of things, the environment at all. Um, but about the video that you showed us, uh, it's about the reflex, not the a clear decision to do something, because the video said that sometimes we have like a pre-brain, the reflex that makes us uh, uh, make some movement before thinking about doing that. But that's it. About controlling lives, I think it's impossible.
Yeah, there are a lot of outside things that you, like you said, and it's impossible to control everything. Luis, and for you.
Yes, I agree with everyone, and I do not believe that's possible to be in control of your life, because we are so small, and the life can in the life can show to you some unexpected unexpected moments that can change your life forever. I don't know if today, if I leave this room, I can break my foot on the stairs. So life is this.
Yeah, a lot of unexpected situations, and yeah, if we think about everything that could happen, we will get crazy because every time is possible to occur anything. So it's really unexpected. So let me see here. The number two, Iago, in the video, the brain acts before the person decides. Do you find this is scary or interesting?
Uh, I find interesting because uh, I've heard I've heard about this subject and past, but I don't deep in the subject. But I'm so only interesting because I believe that, okay? I believe that our brain is very interesting, very deep. In fact, machine learning uh, is about our brain, our neurons, how our neuron works, uh, and that's it.
Yeah, really complex and interesting thing. And I think the main point that is so interesting is that this is so natural for us. We didn't think so much to do the things that we do. The brain just acts like that. So it's really, really interesting. Marcelo, and for you, the question two.
Yeah, I was talking about that. I've read about this kind of situation when the brain is not the only that controls our uh, the parts of our body, like a foot movement, or because we have the before it's like this. Before the sensation or the stimulation reaches the brain, it passes through a lot of nerves along our spine, and I think we have some other brains uh, between marks in our body. Like, they say that our pantorrilha, I don't know in English the name, is a brain. They say that even in the past, they said that the heart was the brain because, when I say by heart in Portuguese, decor, it means decoração. Because the ancient people, they thought that our mind was inside the heart, not inside the brain. But it's something that it showed fake later. But I don't know if it's fake to tell that our nerves themselves, they are brains. They act by themselves when they have to react because sometimes we don't have time to think about our reactions. That's it.
Yeah, this is in a real time. The answer for our body is in a real time. And I think this became since the ancestors because they had to do the things without thinking. I think the logical thinking just came after the physical response because it's so natural. And yeah, it is really interesting how it works. Luis, and for you.
Yes, for me, it's very interesting to learn about how brain works with different situations and how we, as human beings, how we, like individual, become a human being, a human living. And I think that very interesting because brain works with so many layers, with understanding how we react. That is very, very interesting.
Yeah, I'm getting my PC charger here, but yeah, there are a lot of layers, like you said, and this is so complex. I think the study of the brain could be one of the hard ones because there are a lot of things that happens, and it's really complex to test the studies and to find out things about that. So yeah, there are a lot of layers, like you say. Daphne, and for you.
Yes, I think very, very interesting because the brain is a fast machine that thinks about many things before acting and depends on your emotional states. For example, you have a standard of behavior. And our brain and all our body human is incredible, is very smart. We have a good machine on the top of your body.
Yeah, and it's so interesting that even with the different emotions and ways to deal with a situation, if all of us be in front of situation of a danger, for example, you are acting the same way, even with different
Mhm.
points of view, different lives. The physical response will be for everyone the same. So yeah, this is really, really interesting. So the number three, Marcelo, think about your morning routine. How many things do you do without thinking or automatically?
Well, I think a lot of things I can do without the need to remember, the need to set on my agenda because they are automatic tasks. But I agree that we don't have to use our minds or my mind to store a lot of useless information. That's why we use notebook. We use some kind of way to store data. I see people that they are so able uh, to have uh, in their minds every information, but I am not this kind of guy. I am so addicted to agendas or to take notes. Even I make drawings of what I want to do. I think this is something that makes me more free inside my body. I can release my mind to to take notes or excuse me to remind something that I could be not able to remind at the right moment. So I am so uh, I use a lot my agenda. I don't think it's like a pilot, an airplane pilot. Everything is by checklist. So even if you know what to do because you are so experienced, they do have pilots that they have 20,000 hours flying, but they still doing the checklist because it's mandatory. You have to read each part of the sequence. And we have a musician here. I play the drums, and we have a keyboard player here. And I think that sometimes he can play the keyboard, just remind, but sometimes you have to read something because it's not the same sometimes. The details you have to take care of the details. That's it, guys.
Yeah, I do the same as you. I have some huge problem remembering a lot of things that I have to do. So I have three kinds of notebooks to store everything. I have one daily planner. So here I note every daily task that I need to do. by days. So I have every days of the year here, and every task. For example, do the dishes. I note here because I know if I don't note and check, I will forget. I have one for the work, so I note details for each task and I do the check too because I know I will forget some detail. Then I have to, every time that I remember something, I note because I will forget. And I have some notebook for ugly annotations. That's like quick annotations that I do when I am in a meeting or I remember something randomly. And is ugly annotations because don't have some structure on that. I just note what comes up in my mind. And after that, I refine this with really real annotations. So yeah, I have these three notebooks. This helped me a lot because in the past I was totally on my memory. And yeah, I forgot everything if I don't note. So. Yeah, it is a good tip for people that forget the things. So, for me, I don't act so much automatically because of that too. I have to follow this checklist. And for you, Iago, how many things do you do without thinking in your learning routine? I think I can't hear you.
Okay. I agree with you. Currently, I writing my notes because I want to reflect about my things, my thoughts, because sometimes you uh, we create uh, uh, scenarios that sometimes is not real. Is real in our thoughts, but it's not necessarily real. So yes, I write my routine, my my thoughts about question, and that's it.
Thank you, Iago. Luis, and for you.
Well, same here. And for this, I'm addicted as well in notebooks. You know, I have a lot for different kind of things for usually uh, for my work tasks. And well, I think that's the my routine with not thinking things things is about in the writing because write for me now is like state of peace of mind. You know, for me, writing my is a pretty okay, and listen music in the beginning of the morning, down tempo music like bossa nova and Chopin. So I think it's this, at least for me.
Yeah, I love notebooks. And it's really strange for me, people that remember everything without noting. This is so strange for me because sometimes it's a lot of informations. And yeah, Daphne, and for you, how many things do you do without thinking?
While I drink coffee, brush my teeth, chewy, get dressed, and check my notification, I don't think nothing. I am just in automatic pilot. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
and
do it every day.
yeah, makes sense. And curiosity question, how how much time did you spend on that? For example, you say that you drink coffee, brush your teeth, and then check your boxes. How much time did you expend in these things before to do things without being automatically?
I would say twice or three times of day.
Thank you for sharing with us. So, let me see here. I will go to the number 5. I think this is really interesting. So, yeah, go. If a robot could predict your next move, would you still feel free?
Uh, I believe that is depends because I usually my actions is I think before, but sometimes I'm very impulse, specific about small buy, compras pequenas in Amazon. Amazon is very is a I don't know is a enemy for me because sometimes I'm very impulsive in 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 Amazon. But I usually I believe that I think before act.
Yeah,
That's
these
it.
small buys are really tricky because it's like, oh, this costs us 5 reais. So then we buy,
Yeah.
and when we see our cart is like with 10 things of 5 reais, but is getting 50 reais. So it's so tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
Luis, and for you.
Well, it's about the question number 4, number 5.
I skipped the 4, so you can go with the
Ah,
5.
okay.
But if you want, you can go with the 4 too.
No, no, question number 5. I think if a robot uh, was helping, for instance, in everyday tasks, and he can predict what he will do in the future, I will start to think about some concerns because I don't like to think a robot predict what I will do, For this reason, I don't like, for instance, cars with a lot of sensors and computers. I don't like the car telling to me that I need to watch my tires or this kind of things. So I think that life is more cool without robots and these are recommendation algorithms and predict algorithm as well.
Yeah, and do you think your daily actions could be predicted? For example, do you have a routine that if a robot analyze you, it could predict your next move?
Yes, 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 100%. For instance, my all my AI things here like to tell to me, oh, you need to work in this task right now. I think it's more important that you read this email. So I think that I am in a trap. But I am living this in in some level this moment.
Yeah, it's so easy to get addicted in that because this kind of prediction, I think this is still a little our free will because it's like, oh, it's so easy. We didn't need to think before doing. We just follow the recommendations. So yeah, it could be really easy to get addicted on that.
Yes, yes. I think addicted is a good word, but I think that's is more easily to us become more lazy, because we have
Yeah.
all these comfortable situations not to think. For this reason, I'm in opposite way of every tech worker in nowadays. I'm trying to back to on-site work, because I want to try to avoid these things. I want to back again to the traffic. I want to back again to the office.
Yeah, I got it. And yeah, this that you say about get lazy, I think this is really. easy to get because yeah, I think could be a good tool, but if we use a lot, it can get really we can get really lazy. So yeah, it's hard. Daphne, and for you.
Yeah, in my case, I don't feel free anymore because the robot could stop me and wouldn't be naturey or spontaneous. And I think the next years, the Elon Musk ship could to do it because they want to control us. And the positive sides would reduce a lot of violence, stealing, but could end or over with your freedom. And I think this case will be our future.
Yeah, really hard. Marcelo, and for you.
Yeah, but the question, I think we are nowadays uh, being in a hustle and bustle about robots and algorithms and APIs and everything. It's about system now. I think they are wanting to make these huge CRM about the society, and I think they are achieving this goal because if you search for something over the internet in a few minutes you are supposed to receive ads about what you've been searching. They say that they even hear what you are saying in your daily activities through the smartphone. I think it's something that can be true. I saw a picture of that Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu. The photo was so amazing because all the holes of his smartphone, like the camera, the mic, and was taped. And I think he knows something about that because he doesn't want to be spied. But I agree with everybody here. We are now being like experiments of this kind of Big Brother, the recreation of 1984. It's like a huge CRM where you are just a piece of the scam, and it's something that we could be aware because we are not this kind of person. We can have our liberty and freedom to choose what we want. But it's so difficult nowadays because you are using channels. You don't use your regular ways to receive information. In the past, we could go to a library and search for information, and we had the opportunity to read about a lot of things and to of course, the mainstream was something that we had to be under this mainstream when we talked about news, politics, and economy. Nowadays, we have multiple ways to get information, but in the other hand, we are in the same kind of technology system that can rule our lives. It's something that we could be be aware, and we have to think about that. I don't know what's going on in the future, but I think it's going to be worse.
Yeah, the tendency is just to get worse. And you say something really interesting about the mobile phones hearing us. And I remember one huge example of that. I was talking with my mom, and she said she would like to buy a new mattress for her. Mattress is like cushion. And I never search about mattress in my cell phone. Never, never. But after that, a lot of advertisement of mattress starts to appear to me in every application. So yeah, this is a huge example of that. So I will go to the number 7. I think this is really interesting. Daphne, how much of our personality is pre-programmed by biology and how much is chosen by us?
So it's number 7?
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. Um, so I would say in the sense biology, I would say the hungry, we gonna eat every time we feel hungry, for example, the sensitive of survivor. It's programmed by biology. And chosen by us, I would say choosing by us, it's disappearing because we are manipulating by social media a lot, and we are losing our essence, our personality. And the most of decision is through the social media, what we see through the TV or media, for example. And unfortunately, the most of people are losing the real choosing. It's like a efeito manada, a manada effect. I think it's it. Yeah.
Yeah, this occurs a lot, and I think the tendency is just to get worse, uh, according to how many people access so much the internet. This will get so worse. Marcelo, and for you, the question 7.
We have this kind of example. It's about two persons. They were born in the same day. They were twins. They are alike one to each other, and they were divided when they started to be raised into families, into countries, and after so many years, they have this kind of reencounter, and they still like the same. Well, this is something that can make us think about that the culture, the environment can sometimes change your biology, but I think the heritage and your DNA, they remain the same, even though you can have uh, habits that can change your body, like eating something different. You can gain weight, but almost you are supposed to be the same. Uh, and that's it. I don't think that we are only pre-programmed, but we can, of course, change our destiny when we choose something. But we remain the same. That's why a lot of people, they are more able to have some disease, even when they take care of themselves, like other people, and the other one has nothing. And sometimes you see people that, for instance, they eat a lot and they stay thin, and we have other people that they are always in a diet and they uh, are gain weight, and that's it. Something it's programmed by your biology, and I think that your habits or your environment cannot change the situation. This is something that we can think about. That.
Yeah, there are things that is possible to shape by our behavior and things like that, but others is just pre-programmed by the biology. Yeah, it's hard. Iago, and for you, the question 7.
This is a good question because I've really a book called The Great New World, and the society is about pre-programming humans, pre-programming. So for me, it's not a chosen uh, by person, is that chosen by a company, a government, uh, and that's it. I'm very scared about our future. Uh, I like very much movies about cyberpunk. These uh, 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 this scenario is very interesting for me, and I believe in this future, companies, government, the world is not my politicians, my opinion.
Yeah, I'm afraid of our future too. Uh, so, Luis, and for you.
Well, I believe that we have a pre-programmed biology thing. For instance, fear. Fear for me is like a survival tool, no, because we can't live without fear. Because we probably some kind of person would believe that they are Superman, you know, with not fear, like jump from a building or fight with a jaguar, you know. For this reason, I think that fear, that program is like a survival tool. But I totally agree with you guys that our life here, like society, now is driven by big tech companies, you know, because I think that the big companies in the world are ruling, are shaping what we will live in the future, and it's a problem because nowadays I do believe that big companies have much more power than any government. You know, I think that we will live in a society totally technology with technologies, and human being will be uh, not a slave, but driven by algorithm recommendation because algorithm recommendation know what you like. You know, for companies have this data and they can do what they want, you know, uh, can show to you new items. For instance, every time I'm trapped by new musical instruments, you know, it's a thing that I can't control, you know. So is this is our reality today. But I believe that if you choose a more analog future for you, you'll be better.
Yeah, and nowadays the power of the big companies are the data of the people because the data the is a prediction of what the people would like, what the people wouldn't like, what the people would accept without thinking. So this is the nowadays power. Yeah, it's hard. So I think people from the other room are back in here. Welcome back, guys. And Leanderson, how was the conversation for you? And I would like to do the first question. Do you believe you are 100% in control of your daily decisions?
Yes, the conversation in the room are a great conversation. Bruno, Julie, and Ricardo are good people, and I'm grateful to participate. And about the first question, my answer is yes, yes. In my opinion, we are 100% in control and 100% responsible for our actions.
So nice. Thank you for sharing. Bruno, and for you, how was the conversation? And I will like to do the second question for you. In the video, the brain acts before the person decides. Do you find this scary or interesting?
The conversation was really good. The people are amazing. And about the question, yes, I believe both. It's scary and interesting at the same times. I believe we have to decide about everything in our life. We are humans, but sometimes I don't know if is some things for us is automatic, and our brain knows and do these things for us. Uh, I like, but sometimes it's really scary. But that's it. That's it. I believe we have to decide about everything. Sometimes we are in automatic and we can't avoid some things. But that's it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting and scary sometimes. Thank you. Ricardo, how was the conversation for you? And the first question, do you believe you are 100% in control of your daily decisions?
That's a nice conversation. It's an opportunity to make friends, and learn some things besides English, because it's sometimes our perspective is, oh, I would like to learn English, but you learn a lot of different things and the thoughts too. Uh, yeah, my answer on breakout room is, yeah, we the decisions are on our control, in my opinion. The problem is not if the things are or not in our control, and the quality of our decisions. So sometimes you just simply don't think about it, in the feelings moving us. So
Yeah, I think Ricardo had some problem with his connection. So, uh, Julie, how was the conversation for you?
I like this topic. It was very interesting.
Thank you for sharing with us. So, guys, I think we don't have time for more question for today. So, I want to thank you all for coming, for having this conversation with me. It was difficult, but was really nice for me. I learned a lot with you, not just with English, like Ricardo said, but about a lot of opinions and different things. So, thank you for having this conversation with me. Every conversation, I learned something different with you, so thank you for that. And I also want to invite you for the next week. We'll talk about idioms, that is expressions. So we will see some expressions in English that is really common in other countries, and maybe it could be good vocabulary for us to training that. So if you feel curious and have time, please come. And that's it for today. Have a nice week, and I hope to see you soon.